Well, Cosmo, what you're seeing in front of you on the holovid is a press conference of a podium and a number of seals behind this person indicating various government officials. The stage in front of them has a number of very serious looking individuals in black suits who all appear to be aged, perhaps wise, and extremely serious. The man steps up onto the podium and says, I am sure you're all aware of the situation with Kyle Morgan and Seth Ghostbear. As you know, Solaris has always been, and specifically Solaris City, an embassy. Those who come here bring their traditions and laws with them, and this planet has always respected that. We have, until now, unofficially upheld clan traditions. That is now tested. And by order of the Solaris Civic Council and the Duke of Solaris, with no contest from representatives from the Estates General or the Commonwealth Council, we once again reaffirm the neutrality and status of embassy towards Clan Ghostbear and all who find themselves setting foot on our shores. Therefore, we have no objection to the ritual under which Kyle Morgan has taken possession of Seth Ghostbear. That is all for this press conference. Thank you very much. And then there's like, and people are like, comment, I need a comment. As the screen fades away, we can see that you have one message from Mr. Way, who would like to meet with you, and you have one message from Agent Azalea, who would also like to meet with you at your convenience.
Azalea is the chick that found PK and talked to him and basically told him how things work, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I will reach out to Mr. Way first.
Okay. Mr. Way would like you to meet him at a restaurant in the seedy part of what is it called? Cathay? Yes, it's called Cathay.
All right. Yeah, I will arrange for my I will arrange for my driver to bring me, and in the process, I will send and PK will come with me, but I'm going to text Hickory and say dropping off PK at the museum.
You get no response from Hickory.
I guess I'm still going to drop him off at the museum and tell him don't leave. Stay here.
This is what happens is when you arrive at the museum, right? You have to ask, you know that you have to ask to get a meeting with, Mr. Hickory. And at that point, several minutes later, Birch comes out and basically like drags you into a restricted area, like staff only. And he's just like, what the fuck is going on, Cosmo?
What do you mean? I am simply, I reached out as I was supposed to.
He slams his hand against the wall and says, Hickory's dead. So are half our agents.
What? What do you mean?
Your security team, most of them have been taken out.
What? So what are you saying?
What is going on?
I was hoping you could tell me. You're the intelligence. I'm just a gladiator.
All right. So you can see at this point, he's sweating. He's red in the face. He's like, fuck. Okay. Look.
Do you know who did it?
Why would I be asking you that if I know who did it?
I'm just asking the obvious question.
Look, Nicholas, we're going to do our best to protect you. We still have some agents in the field able to cover you. Just try not to do anything crazy, okay?
Well, I suppose I should tell you I am dropping off PK because I am on my way to meet Mr. Way.
That is a bad idea.
And you think canceling and not showing up is less suspicious? I feel I must go.
That is also a bad idea.
I feel I must go.
He just goes, fuck, how the fuck did Hickory deal with this shit? Oh, fuck, man.
I think I'm relatively easygoing as far as handlers go, but okay. I apologize. I feel
Okay,
I can't be late.
look,
Can I come back and
I'm
resync
gonna
after?
do my best to fulfill the Lyran State's bargain with you, Nicholas. But if you want to go to this meeting, I can't stop you, but I also can't ensure your safety as per our agreement. And I'm letting you know that right now. We will do our best, but we don't know what's going on right now.
Understood. I will.
He
I will
takes
take care
off
of
his
myself.
glasses to show you how serious he is.
He does the whole. Here's my blue light glasses, but the whole.
Yeah. No, he fully takes them off. Fully.
Oh man, he's dead serious.
Yeah, he doesn't Idris Elba you. He full glasses off. You know, he's way past CSI levels as well. Yeah. He's Dog the Bounty Hunter level. Remember that guy? Yeah. Yeah.
Do you believe Mr. Wei had something to do with this? Am I walking into a trap?
I don't know.
All right. Well, this is still the safest spot for PK in my mind. So, Pavlusha, stay here. I will be back.
Okay.
And as I'm leaving, Cosmo's just thinking, kind of intelligence has no intelligence.
So as you're leaving, you hear several things happening in the background. You know, like this is the kind of scene. It's like The Wire, where you don't pick up half the dialogue unless you have subtitles on. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And you hear PK go, "Oh, Azalea, I didn't know you worked here." As you leave.
I'll have to talk to him about that later because that doesn't make sense to me.
Good. Nothing should make sense right now.
You know, so for some reason, I can't help but picture Big Spoon laughing right now. And I feel like he has something to do with this.
You told me you wanted in on the Justin Shang Allard web of deception, lies, and espionage of Solaris.
There's a big difference between Cosmo and Justin Allard, and the big difference is
yes,
I don't have a Hans leading me.
Perfect, because you need one to help save you now.
Yeah. Instead, poor Cosmo's just got Dunamis. This is going to be good. Let's proceed on to Mr. Wei.
Okay.
It's probably safe to assume, I'm not going to change my actions here, but it's safe to assume like Mr. Wei is tracking me and probably knows that I've gone to the museum now twice, which is a little suspicious, right?
So when you step out of your car, your security team and your driver all also step out of the car, and they flex on the local gangsters who are hanging out outside of this restaurant. So it's like dudes with barely concealed SMGs and jackets and jeans and bad t-shirts hanging out in front of this restaurant, squatting, just keeping an eye out, rolling some dice. It's extremely stereotypical gangster stuff.
And my security team is Apex Dragons security, right? It's not like I have LIC with me right now.
Yeah,
right?
well,
okay.
LIC has a shadow team that follows you that you know of.
Good.
You don't know where they are right now. These Apex Dragons security members, now that you've mentioned them, when you look at them, you don't recognize any of them. This isn't your normal team.
This is bad.
So the two sides, basically West Side Story, into two lines looking at each other. And your driver goes, "Sir, are you expected here?"
Well, yes, I am. I believe I have a contact waiting for me on the inside.
This is Tong territory. They're bad, bad men.
One of the triads, right? Yeah. It's okay. I will be fine.
We'll be out here if you need anything. Just shout.
Oh, I don't. Never mind. He's just thinking. I won't get a chance to shout if I need you.
So yeah, like as you're leaving, the leader of your group, the driver, is just like, "So, Li Shu Wen, good to see you again." And the other guy goes, "Oh, Savior, nice to see that you drag yourself down to our neighborhood. Maybe it's time to settle some unfinished business, you know." So they flex outside.
You know, I'll return to the driver. You know, maybe it's best if I'll call you when I am finished. You wait a couple blocks away. We don't want any trouble.
So what I love about this is that these guys are they're literally in the middle of like a years-long dramatic history. You just show back up and you're like, hey, whoa, guy, whoa.
Let's yeah. Why don't you wait around the corner? Like 7 corners away.
All right, so your driver scowls at you temporarily and then recovers himself and looks around, does some math, and says, you know what? You're the boss. You need us to wait away? We'll wait away.
I am just trying to protect all of us here, as well as Apex Dragon's reputation. We don't need any more negative press.
So as he's getting in the car with the rest of your security detail,
it blows up.
Li Shuwen is just like, less like a phoenix and more like a chicken. all of the other Tong gangsters out there begin doing it, and the dudes inside the car are not happy to have to leave at your order.
It was a strong suggestion, but okay. So I'm now alone in a territory with people who actually hate me, but probably may or may not realize that I'm not actually on their side.
So
this is going very well.
Stops you and says, Mr. Sokolov, we have to search you,
Of course. I'm hoping I have nothing on me. I'm not
you
planning
have
on having
anything on you that's
me.
going to stick, prick, or prod me in any way?
Just this wrench I keep, and I pull out a wrench, and that's it.
Okay. You'll have to keep that outside here. And you don't have anything illegal on you, do you? We run a very reputable establishment here.
Not illegal, although I will say I have well, it's in the car now, but I had a present for someone later. I will tell you what it is later. It's no longer on my person.
All right. I want to be clear that it's clear that these gangsters think the fact that you don't understand what's going on here is very funny. It gives you a very Western bow, like one leg forward, one leg back, arm draped behind his small of his back, sweeping gesture. Please go on inside, Mr. Sokolov. Mr. Lee is waiting. Mr. Wei is waiting for you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the offer. I shall head right on in.
So Wei is waiting for you.
This is Cosmo's way of playing it cool, thinking everything is fine.
It's not fine. Everything
it's
gone
It's that exact
so
meme where everything is burning and the dog's like, everything's fine.
So Wei is on the second floor of what is essentially a wooden tea house. It looks like something straight out of a period drama. He's sitting with a single cup of tea, and when you approach, he gestures for the waiter to bring a clay pot and pour you a cup. And says, Nicholas, good to see you.
Mr. Wei, and I'll genuflect, I guess. Trying to be respectful.
You have a ranked battle coming up today.
Yes, I am quite looking forward to testing out a new mech variant. Should be fun.
Good. We want you to make a big splash. I told you to win. You have been winning. This is good. Now, you will dedicate your victory in today's ranked battle to the Chancellor of the Capellan Confederation, Sun Tzu Liao, the Celestial Wisdom.
But did I not do that 2 weeks ago? Is that not enough? Every other match?
You will do it in this battle.
I understand.
There are people, they pay no attention to in-between battles. They only watch important matches, which are on a rotating schedule, round robin.
I see.
This match, many people will watch, especially if you speak to and win for our great Chancellor, and advance the cause of our glorious and most wise nation.
I believe I can do this. No, last time we spoke, you told me what was a good topic to avoid. I must ask. I was going to speak and praise Tianjin. Is this acceptable, or is this a topic to avoid?
Inner Sphere Steel and Tiangang are both topics which we find very acceptable to speak on. The Chancellor's current stance is that Capellan mechs must come from Capellan sources.
I see.
There are things in play back at home. Big things. And if you do your part, you won't just be a citizen. You will also be a major player in the politics shaping the reign of the current Celestial Chancellor, a wise and far-reaching man.
I'm writing down to dedicate, otherwise I will totally forget and go with my earlier plan. Well, it is only with the compelling Confederation's wisdom and guidance that I achieve my victories.
He takes a sip from his tea because he thinks you're full of total bullshit.
I was going to say,
but he knows that
I'm laughing. I don't know if Cosmo would keep a straight face either.
Yeah. He knows you're intimidated by him, so he doesn't give a shit as long as you say the right things. He doesn't care if you actually believe in it.
Is there anything else I can do for you, Mr. Way?
Continue to act with solemnity in the traditions of our people.
I feel like Cosmo's gonna have to look up what celebrity means. I can do this for you as well. You seem to know a lot about my match today. Do you know who I'm facing?
Make a research roll. You know what? I'll actually give you this one. I'll give it to you because you're asking an intelligence officer who already did his research. He says, yes, you are facing Aquila and Caesar and Goza.
I'm sorry, is that one person or three?
That's two people. Aquila and Goza and Caesar and Goza.
Cosmo just looks like, just stares back and blinks, like very confused.
Pilot a tank.
A tank? Are they Capellan?
No.
Ah, understood.
He is from the Magistry of Canopus, and she is from the Tari and Concordant.
I thought they didn't get along.
I have yet to ask them their marital status.
Oh, you know them personally. You are very well connected.
He just looks at you with
sheer disappointment.
Listen, only a couple people are going to get this reference, but that hurt me as much as when Gawar Gura did the 1-2-5.
I don't think I'm getting that one.
Don't worry about it. You don't want to know. It will deeply, deeply pain you.
I'm glad to spur such emotions. All right, well, I think I can defeat a tank. All in the name of our celestial wisdom.
Good.
Is there anything else I may do for you, Mr. Way?
There are many things you might do for the Maskarovka and the Capellan Confederation, but right now, we only ask that you do your duty.
Understood. So Cosmo, to play it while he's hanging around and keeps asking, he's waiting to see if Mr. Way is going to bring up Pavlusha at all.
Nope.
And after, enough of a second awkward silence, he's probably going to take his leave, bow, and then leave.
So as you are exiting this tea house, the gangsters are gone, and there is a woman in a gosh, I can't remember what they call this. Is it called a hanfu? Yes, there's a woman wearing a hanfu dress. It's hard to place her exact age, but she's probably somewhere in her mid-20s. Black hair, dark eyes, and kind of almost dark yellowish skin with pretty nice makeup. Someone who clearly put in the time and effort. And she says, "Oh, Nicholas Sokolov, right?"
Well, I'm sorry, have we met?
No. I simply wanted to meet with you. I have been very impressed by your matches lately. I
Oh,
was
you like
hoping we
that?
could have a conversation. Are you waiting for someone?
I am just wrapping up some business. What would you like to discuss? Do we need a more private location?
No. I am certain that nothing we say here will be passed along to anyone.
Oh, so it must be riveting.
She gestures to one of the like barrels that the gangsters were sitting on, and she sits on like half of it and expects you to like sit directly next to her.
Did she do like the whole pats the
Oh yeah, for sure.
Cosmo he'll sit there, but he's going to keep probably a little more distance in between her than she would have preferred.
All right, you still get within the perfume bubble range.
That is a legit thing.
Yeah. She says, "There are many people who try to keep your attention, Mr. Sokolov. Nicholas, can I call you Nicholas?"
You may. It is my preferred name. Yes.
It's good. You require a certain level of sponsorship in order to keep you safe, and I would like to be that patron for you. I am extremely interested in seeing you continue your career.
May I ask you, do you represent a foundation of sorts, or what? Who are you speaking on behalf of?
So, how do I put this? It's pretty clear that this woman has the kind of wealth necessary to be a noble in the Capellan Confederation.
Mm-hmm.
When you say that, she says, something like that, yes.
So it's really, she's just a Capellan rich person. Well, I heck, I can always use more sponsors. That is for sure. I have one or two.
No, not sponsors. You have many sponsors.
Yes.
What you need, and she puts a hand on your knee, is a patron.
I see.
After
Cosmo
your
gets a little
victory
uncomfortable
in the upcoming battle, I would be honored if you would join me for a victory dinner.
Ah, now you are speaking my language. He totally forgets about the hand on his knee and is like, dinner. Yeah, I can do that.
Good. Absolutely. It's literally like watching a Venus flytrap work. You're really easily tricked, Cosmo.
Hey, I mean, that's his shtick, right? So after I win, you'll find me, yes?
I'll arrange to have you brought to me.
Oh.
Make sure to wear something acceptable.
Acceptable. Okay, and Cosmo head, he's like, well, all I really have are like mech tech clothes. I'll have to go shopping.
Do you say that?
No.
Okay.
He's just thinking it.
Okay.
All right. Well, then I shall see you later this evening.
Okay. She stands up first and gives you a very slight curtsy.
As she's probably walking away, he's probably thinking, I don't think I caught your name.
As she's leaving, people begin exiting their shops once again, and this back alley streetway suddenly is filled with activity once more.
Ah, so that is where all the ruffians went. Cosmo's probably starting to piece together that I don't know who she is, but she's pretty damn important.
What do you want to do?
Well,
I know you have a lot to do, so.
Boy. I guess I need to go back and pick up Pavlusha. Oh, first I probably need to call the drivers back.
Sure.
Come pick me up, then go pick up Pavlusha. And then man, I'm not sure how to weave in. Oh, I think the first person I'll go talk to, and I'll think about this in the meantime, is Zuri. Because Cosmo hasn't met this person yet.
Oh boy. Okay.
So, Zuri, I frankly, I don't think we've met before, and everyone else has told me I, of all people, need to meet with you for, I guess, for some guidance on what I should be focusing on. So just willing to hear your suggestions. I don't really have anything planned. Just introducing myself and hearing your knowledge.
Stop.
What?
What do you drink?
What do I drink? Primary vodka.
She says, I actually knew that. And she pulls out a half-size bottle of primary vodka and 2 frosted glasses and pours for each of you. And then she pulls out a chilled bottle of orange juice to splash into her own glass and says,
straight for me.
Okay. I respect that. And she screws the top back on and puts it in the freezer built into her desk. Cosmo, you don't need anything.
He's thinking back to like the past couple hours. I don't know if I would say that.
You don't need anything. You are entertaining. You have a large mech corporation that is behind you publicly. You win. You always win. Yes, you suck at advertising. You're terrible at it. Honestly, you are actually the worst in the entire stable at it.
I blame this thing called the dice for that.
Even Seth is better than you.
Yeah, but I must be close to the top in terms of attempts, though. That's got to be worth something.
That's true. Only the hillbilly has attempted more times than you. However, it doesn't matter. You have a sort of charming chaos to you that a large portion of the female audience finds charming. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, I don't understand how they think, but they just like your adorkableness.
I'm sorry, did you say adorkableness?
I did. You have to remember, I'm the promoter. I know what the people want, even if I don't know why. You don't need anything at this point. It would be nice to see you hit a good advertising streak for once. You've lost a lot of different groups. You're considered kind of a corporate shill right now, but you know what? It doesn't matter because you win and you're entertaining, and on Solaris, that's worth 10 times more than any C-bill.
Now you mean C-bill the dollar, right? It's not the person, because I actually like her.
I don't understand what a dollar is.
Damn. Unit of currency?
Yes, the C-bill, the unit of currency.
Understood. Okay.
Oh,
well,
you like this C-bill girl, huh?
Oh, she's a valiant competitor. I like a good competition, and she has scared the shit out of me a few times.
Well, I have to tell you, what might improve your image is like you casually dating people. Doesn't necessarily have to be women, but a lot of people want to get interested in who you are and who you like. You're an influencer, a media mogul. They want to know more about you. You don't say much in matches. The things that you do say tend to be disasters. People don't know a lot about you. There are rumors you've had a secret child.
What? Who?
I've been squashing them left and right, but don't worry about it. In the end, it only adds to your mystique, but if we want to peel back some of that mystique like an onion, we need to see the real Cosmo. And I don't mean the actual real Cosmo. What I mean is we need to create an image of you as like a romantic individual. That's my suggestion.
This does not seem helpful to winning gladiator matches. I will think on this, though.
It doesn't help you win, but you don't need any help winning, Cosmo.
This is true. She's like totally stroking his ego, and he's like, okay.
You understand that it's not my job to help you win, right? I don't know anything about mechs.
I assumed it was your job to help the stable, and
I do help the stable.
This is true.
In more ways than you could imagine, Cosmo.
Cosmo's probably confused by that. As far
As
as
she
I know,
says
he's
that, she
never
just
been.
smugly drinks of her screwdriver.
Hmm. I don't. I don't believe Cosmo's ever been exposed to anything. Well, exposed and realized he's been. Or yeah, he has no idea that the mafia is so entwined because he hasn't realized anything yet.
No one's told you either.
Yeah, right. So he's completely in the dark. Well,
You have no idea that your whole security team has been replaced by mafia members.
Who also hate the people who are telling me to win, and somehow in between killed off my other real security force. This is
Half
good.
of them. Half of them.
This is true.
Just the important ones, including your handler.
Oh, that's true. I should put a strike through Hickory. Deceased. Okay. Well, Zuri, I guess this was helpful. I mean, you basically told me I'm good, so I'll just keep winning. It's what I do.
You are good, Cosmo.
Yes, that is.
Keep winning.
That is what I. Okay, thank you.
She slides the primary vodka bottle across the table toward you. Go ahead, take it with you.
Why is it so small? But okay.
We'll get a special deal from the Hirokin Estates.
I do see that they are quite wealthy with 20 wealth.
We don't know if that's true or not.
All right. Well, nice to meet you, Zuri. I'll just keep being me.
Okay. As you leave, she puts on William Wyndham Williamson III's latest album, Warm Jazz on a Cold February Morning and a Hot Cup of Coffee.
Anything about Jasper in there?
No. It's all like William Shatner style vocal poetry.
He's past that. Okay.
That Jasper busting his knee was like 25 years ago. Jesus, what do you think he's gonna hold a grudge that long?
Have you? I've met this man several times. Yes. I think I have to edit what I was going to talk to Elizabeth about. In fact, I don't even think I'm going to talk to her now. Instead,
wow.
Well, because the whole
Dunamis changing the plan midway through. I'm shocked to hear this. This is totally new behavior from you.
Instead, she will just get she'll get a styrofoam container shipped to her, and when she opens it, there'll be a ghost bear burger on the inside.
Oh boy, you're gonna have to roll to acquire that one.
As long as it's not media, because I can't do that.
It's gonna. Oh, that's a great question. What is it to acquire? Like, I'll tell you what. It's just 2d6 plus nothing, and you need to hit a 10 plus to get a
10.
You want a non-spoiled ghost bear burger? Man, you think they're gonna? You gotta ship that meat across the entire fucking universe. It takes like a year and a half to get to Solaris.
The question is, when I fail, do I use edge on this? for Elizabeth
like a man
to get a
desperate
burger.
for ghost bear burgers. If you roll.
Oh man, I wish I could just reroll one dice and I would do it.
I'll tell you what. I'll give it to you. I'll just give it to you.
Really?
There's one. It's a single ghost bear burger with no seasoning, no cheese. It's just a simple plain bun with ghost bear meat.
Nice.
As it gets delivered to her on a tray, with like a was it Kingsman where they had the McDonald's sauce in like a gold serving dish?
Yes.
She just like takes a spoon and slathers it on, and she's like, wow, surprisingly good. She turns to the cook and she's just like, what was this again? He's like, ghost bear burger, and she's like, like, what the fuck?
I'm allergic to ghost bear.
And she eats some more, and she's like crying in the habit. She goes, it tastes so good. It's so extinct. So sorry, endangered. It's so endangered.
Freshly killed by Seth. Oh wait, that didn't happen. Never mind.
You can taste the flavor. And who did you say sent this? And the waiter's just like, Mr. Sokolov. And she's just like, wow, such a big step up from pizza.
Setting unrealistic expectations.
Well, it should be noted that she looks better than she has in the last several months of episodes. She looks
Excellent.
like she's had sleep and a fresh change of clothes and has been home at some point in the last.
Oh my god, she has a home. That's fantastic.
Yes. Well, she makes more money than any of you, so
He wouldn't know it. All right. Well, happy for her, but yeah, that's it. I was just gonna send her the burger, and that's it.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do? Nothing you've forgotten?
You're making me think I forgot something, but no, that's it. I do want to talk to PK after the fight.
Okay. All right. So you wind up in your interview with William, who just says, Nicholas, you've earned your way into your battle today. And I wish I could spend the whole interview talking about the undefeated streak where you have demolished each of your opponents, often showing your own personal touches on your mech, which have all worked out in your favor.
You know, I just realized I'm fighting a tank, and so the SPA I just got doesn't really work because you can't punch tanks.
I know.
Oh, that is a cruel jest. I didn't notice that until now.
Don't worry about it. Listen, there'll be more mechs down the line. The age of tanks is now. The age of mechs will return.
All right. Well, I know which SPA I'm losing if I got a head hit. Sorry, continue. I just realized that, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, so he says, tell me what's going on with Seth and Kyle. What's your take on all this?
My take is we are now a closer family than ever before. They are like brothers.
They're like brothers.
Well, yes. Is that not how you see it? I mean, we Kyle supported the clan traditions and honored him with the reward of becoming part of the same family. No? Do you see this different?
No. I suppose it was included in my question. It's rare to see an interstable match like what we saw there. It's even more rare for a match to end with such a explosive victory. Extremely close.
It was a good match. Reminds me of 3 matches ago when I had 1 center torso armor left. But yes, it was very entertaining, but I am glad they both made it through. They are both, I'd be willing to call them friends of mine in the stable. While I am not as close as those two are in terms of family, I think we all support each other, and I'm very glad that they came out of it and we were all on the same page.
There are a lot of questions about your personal life going around over the last day.
I have heard this. What have you heard? Enlighten me.
There are a number of people who are very interested in in learning more about you. It seems like your fan base is unusually female oriented, is what I'm hearing.
So out of character, I have no idea where that started coming from, but we'll roll with it.
You're definitely one of the more wholesome gladiators.
I thought they all just wanted Seth.
I said wholesome, which Seth absolutely 0% is not.
This is true. Fair point.
Absolutely 0% is.
Well, I imagine at that comment, Cosmo gets a little bit of a smug smile. It's just like, well, you know, I'm just being myself out here, and all I do is win.
You win no matter what?
So far, yes. And that trend will continue today.
So you're assuring that you will win today?
I mean, usually we save this till the end of our conversations, William, but yes, I will be guaranteeing victory today. And my victory will be to the celestial wisdom, the chancellor of the Capellan Confederation. as he almost slips up and says Spirit Customs, because that was the plan.
You mean Sun Tzu Liao?
Yes. As with his guidance, after all, that I am allowed to compete in these games.
Now, you've had several change of hearts in regards to your relationship with the Confederation, but I think that dedicating this victory here and now in his name is a small step, but a significant one.
I'd say,
what changed your mind?
Seeing my own faults. That was the big difference.
It's nice to hear of a gladiator that has that level of maturity.
Right after he said all he does is win. Well, thank you, William. I do hope that wasn't a stab at one of my stablemates, but I appreciate the acknowledgement that everyone can grow and get a little better.
I assure you, I did not aim that at any gladiator in particular. I aimed it at every gladiator.
So all of my stablemates?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay.
You can't tell me you haven't seen some measure of arrogance from.
Well, would you want gladiators who aren't arrogant? Would you want gladiators who aren't fierce competitors? And
there are a lot of people who want you, Nicholas Sokolov. And they are obviously not looking at an arrogant person.
You raise a good point. I shall think on this. That's kind of his go-to response for everything happening this episode. I'll think about that. I would like to mention something else that's been in the news lately with Tiangang. First, I want to applaud him for showing true compelling Confederation spirit and pride, and where he took the battle in a tank where he knew victory was long odds, but he and his crew fought on. And this, to me, this is what being a Capellan warrior is all about.
Make a controversial political statement roll.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh boy.
4.
You have edge.
Do I have other stuff planned? You know what? No, every time I try to save it for something after the match, it never works out. So I'll just use it now.
Good. Beat away all of your battle assets.
What the hell?
Incredible. Okay. So good. All right, reduce your glory by 1.
This game hates me making RP rolls. I don't think I don't have a 10 or higher on a single one. Glory. Well, this will be your favorite part. I have no edge and no glory.
I know.
And I have less head armor than usual.
It leaves you vulnerable and weak.
So when you pull out this tank with the Shrek PPCs, a headshot and Cosmo's
Shrek
dead.
PPC carrier in the light category? What is divided into 4s?
Listen, I don't know what you're up to here.
Nicholas, I find that your support is hard to believe in the Inner Sphere Steel, given the number of your lancemates, stablemates, who not only use clan technology, but now are clansmen.
William, I'm glad you brought this up. As much as I applaud, I keep botching this guy's name, Tiangang, for his enthusiasm in showing the Capellan Confederation warrior spirit. I'm not opposed to real steel. I just believe that every tool and implement serves a purpose. And as a mech tech, I firmly believe you want to use the right tool for the right job. And so by eliminating half of the technology out there, I feel like it limits your potential. And so I think
you don't believe in the Inner Sphere Steel.
I just think that you should be able to use everything at your disposal. Why limit yourself?
You've managed to talk yourself into the 4 that you rolled.
This is true. I didn't say I'd have a good answer prepared for real steel. I just said I'd have an answer.
Sure. I'll buy that. Nicholas, anything else you want to talk about?
Well, oh man, it so doesn't fit anything else I had planned, but I'm just going to say it anyways, because why not? I can't even make a media roll for it, but I'll say it anyways. I want to announce a new obstacle course that Apex Dragons has been preparing, and it came from talking to our good friend Hunter. He shared some of the Northwind Highlanders' best practices, and there's this course they put their gladiators through, or even just the mech warriors through, to frankly have a bit of competition, but also test who can get the highest score. And I think this system works well for us to implement. So I'm announcing that we are building something similar. And it's not, frankly, just for us gladiators. It is also for interns, for them to have a little bit of competition. And the part that I find really exciting is we can virtualize this course in the simulators for the public to use as well. So the Apex Dragons obstacle course. Yes.
So this is the thing you're working on. It isn't complete yet?
No, it is just something that I thought of in discussions with Hunter. We have not finished it yet.
Can you make a media influence role, or are you locked out of that for now?
I'm locked out. Okay,
then yeah, this discussion goes nowhere. You can see William just like, why are you... So this is an alpha stage. You're still working on it.
Yes. When it is finished, I will have leveled and then I can roll.
I'm sure I and the Donegal Broadcasting Company's audience are eager to hear when you have something to show us.
I shall build a prototype and maybe a map.
You create tabletop simulator within the Battletech universe.
I mean, we could just load up a tablet and play a video on the tablet in tabletop simulator.
Oh my god, no, please no.
That is all, I think.
It's too meta. You're a guy playing Minecraft inside Minecraft.
I believe I'm ready for my fight.
Okay. Yeah, so Aquila and Caesar head on out with zero fanfare. They just come out and get the job done. Caesar's wearing like a full body tanker suit, including like an oxygen mask so you can't see his face, but he very clearly has cute cat ears instead of human ears popping out of his face mask. They twitch convincingly realistically.
Cosmo's just thinking, I believe that is what they call a furry.
Aquila is on top of the tank in like the tank commander spot on the galleon, which is way back near the turret, and she just points some sort of like crop towards you and salutes you with it and just waits for you to show up. So she's using a galleon light tank Gal 102, which is a highly upgraded version of the original galleon, which is quite fast, and it mounts a Beagle Actor probe, which would counter your C3 if you sorry, it would counter ECM if you had it, and medium pulse laser and 2 medium lasers. But more importantly, it has a crap ton of armor. It's actually one of the most armored opponents you're probably ever going to face.
Yeah, that is a lot of armor.
It's going to be real tough to break into this guy, which makes me think that this might be the only weight class where tanks are actually competitive in any way.
I also notice it's a fusion engine, so yes. heat matters. Not that it may not matter for this guy, but he can't build that much. Mm-hmm.
It doesn't include heat on its sheet details, though.
Yeah.
I think that fusion engine laser weapons on tanks, the heat is accounted for already.
Oh, okay.
I think, don't worry. We got Sonar and James. They'll both tell me how wrong I am later. I think the only thing you have to worry about on things like tanks and industrial mechs are like machine guns or other like really low heat objects.
So the only thing on his turret is the medium pulse laser.
Yep.
So does that mean he can only shoot directly in front of him with the turret? Or can the side weapons also shoot in front of him?
The side weapons can shoot in front, and I think, okay, so let me just put it up here. The turret can shoot in any direction, right? She can set the turret in any way. And then the lasers can shoot like in the direction that they're on, so like right side and left side.
So it'd be stupid to be directly in front or directly behind. I got it.
Yep.
Okay.
If you're directly behind, they couldn't shoot you, except with the turret.
Oh, they can't even spin. Oh, weird. Okay. Most interesting. All right. Sounds good.
Yes, tank does not have good cross coverage, essentially.
Excellent.
I think it can only fire all its weapons directly forward. Yeah, there's no fanfare. They just roll it out there. It's pretty clear that they're an independent team using
and what? One of them's Aquila, and what's the other one's name?
It's Aquila and Goza and Caesar and Goza.
I'm sure I botched both those spellings, but that's okay. All right.
So let's talk about you. You're bringing something that we don't often see.
So Cosmo's been trying to, even though he can't make rolls, trying to play up his a little bit more of the fanfare, I guess, if you will, during the entrances. So now in his entrances, this works well for this map actually. The lights would go out, and as the Russian Duha starts playing, there's just a green light pulsing with the bass. And he flies out like usual in his jetpack, leaving a trail of smoke on the ground, or not on the ground, but where he flies. And he lands on the ground, like in front of the entrance, where he's expecting his mech to come walking out. Instead, Scalpel jumps and lands right behind him, a little too close for comfort. And Cosmo kind of turns around and is like, "What the fuck? Why'd you land so close?" And as he's exchanging past PK, who's the one who jumped it in, PK's got a grin from ear to ear because Cosmo knows they haven't worked on jumping, and so he was like, "You could have just killed me." But yeah, so he's got the green smoke, or the smoke puffing in. Then he jumps in and imitates a little bit the Triple H entrance, where he rips his arms back and spits up with the flame, and then goes in.
As you fire off your flamer directly above you, the crowd is screaming, "Green flame, green flame."
Perfect.
Very Chris Perkins.
Very, very perfect.
I'm making sure to start.
This is a Donegal Broadcasting Company news alert.
And this one is super long. I also talked over it the whole time. Yeah, let's roll. Unfortunately, they don't have Tari and Concordon or Magistrate of Canopus die, so I'm gonna go with one Fed Sons and one Capellan.
I have an 8.
But you wish you could have that 12. I have
I'll
a 9.
Actually, what the hell is a 12 on a... No, not 12. What's a 2 on a tank? I'm just curious. Front critical, turret critical. Turret, right? I see. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's front critical. Yeah. They are going to choose to start at the top, so you have to start at the bottom. You can come in from any direction down here.
So any wall I want down here?
Yep.
All right.
And they're starting on the top map. Now, the top map, of course, can look down onto the map below it, and the connections take 3 movement to go between them. So like D to D, F to F.
3 movements? Okay. I thought there was one that went... No, it was like an elevator. No?
There's one that goes E to E, which skips a whole level. There's Gleamer noticed that as well. I was hoping maybe you wouldn't, but did theoretically help design this map.
Yeah, this one Sidious wanted a bit more perspective on to make sure we did connect all the letters. That's why I was like, I swear there was an elevator.
You've placed?
Yeah, I'll start here, I guess. Huzzah. 4. You're starting in a doorway?
It's not a doorway, it's like a tunnel path up and down.
Right.
Yes. They are starting there.
That's interesting. Yeah.
I got an 11. Good luck.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, hold on. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 9 is as far as I can go. Let me see. Oh no, 12. Dang. I have to get used to the new specs. Okay, so is it 3 from the last hex?
Yes.
Okay, then I can't do the whole thing. I can only go here. And that's 10.
All right.
1,
2, 3.
7. 7 is what? 3?
8.
Is there any jumping limitations in here? Like, would I jump and hit the ceiling or something like that?
I mean, you can't jump above something that has
right. I can't go on these.
Limit. Yes.
Yeah.
But
there's no issue jumping like 8 spaces.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. I would get out a movement die, but you can't see each other, so.
Okay.
Not yet. Pretty close. Yeah. So, Aquila kicks her husband in the shoulder because she's up in the commander's spot, and she kicks him, and he starts driving forward, and it's pretty clear they're operating without even speaking. She's just using her feet to guide him from above. And yeah, she's just swinging that turret to always keep it pointed at the cave mouth that you're about to come out of.
I feel like they have C3 hacks. They know where I'm going.
I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out you're going to try to close as quickly as possible in a mech that only has medium lasers.
This is true. I have a flamer. That's
okay.
useless against a tank.
If you had an ER laser, it'd be a different story. All right, 5.
6. How is it? I honestly only talked to 2 people that I had planned, and we still had an hour intro. I don't know how that's possible.
And you forgot to talk to Azalea again.
Yeah.
Remember when I asked you if there was anything you wanted to do?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. They see you coming up that elevator thing, and she double kicks him, and the whole tank as it begins going backwards.
All right.
You can see like the exhaust fumes from the. Oh, I guess it's a fusion engine, so maybe it's the exhaust fumes, but you definitely see a dust cloud slowly wafting around the Ishiyama's iron caves that indicate that the tank was just right there.
There's some smoke in this area.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? If you want to, I can get the smoke bag of effects.
No, we're good. We're good.
You'll have to let me know if the new jungle is too much processing.
Arena? No, it's good. I was setting it up today.
Nice. Because I wasn't sure if people's
I thought
computers
about having your
handle
match in that arena, but I figured it'd be too much of a
too funny. Yeah.
No, it'd be too much of a handicap for me because you'd be fighting in your home ground. You literally made it. You know everything about it.
So this would take 3 just to get to here. Do I spin or can I rotate?
You come to the facing. That would be correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 3. Interesting that his name still says Firestarter. I changed it to Scott. Oh, because you have to copy paste again.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I meant to say I turned all the heat sinks off. Oh well.
Right.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Where's that red die? Way over here. Okay. So I went 12, but one of them took 3, so I went 10, which I believe is 4. Not that you can shoot me anyways.
So Caesar opens a communications channel to you, and he says, Meowster Sokolov.
Did you just meow like a cat?
That's right.
This explains the ears. Yes, what can I do for you? I'm assuming this is a private channel. If it's not private, I probably wouldn't have made that joke.
He says, you want to go head to head? Or are we going for a meowbility battle?
What is your preference? I mean, I feel I have the advantage with you being in a tank, so
We're here for you.
you're here for me. Let us do some let us do some, how did you say, meowment.
You can hear him chuckling, and then you hear the sound of someone kicking him on the shoulder and saying, "That's not funny."
Oh, I see who wears the pants over there.
He immediately cuts the channel as you hear someone kick him in the shoulder again. All right, let's roll.
They start at 1 meat damage.
Oh, double sixes. Not the round that you want to be starting on.
Guess
My
who
God.
also got double sixes?
Impossible! Impossible! 7.
Damn it, 6.
Wow, dang, that was, jeez.
That was intense.
That was like a whole Kyle Seth match. 2 rolls. Here I go memeing again.
I think they have pretty damn good movement. I don't know if I would know that though. So, I forgot the heatsink thing again. Keep getting distracted.
Good.
All right.
It's like when people forget that my mechs have jump, and then they're so surprised when I jump behind them.
You wouldn't be talking about.
It's only happened twice, but
the ferryman and his cursing himself for
Yeah.
forbidding jumping jets. Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna jump 8 because that sounds easier. 8 gives me +3. Jump will be +4. Let us jump. Let me jump over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. Think that's not the color dice. There. Well, I probably want to face this way. Yeah. Your move. Meow. All I can think of is Super Troopers now.
Yes, it was supposed to be very Super Troopers. I was just reading an article about how Super Troopers came out on 4/20/18, so...
Damn, really?
Yep, so everybody was doing the meow thing on that day. Sorry, Super Troopers 2, yeah.
Oh, Super Troopers 2. Yeah, I was going to say, the original is way older than that.
Yes. I agree with you that is a thing. Okay. So, you've certainly made yourself a massive pain in the ass. A 4? You really jumped 9?
Just like Farva. I should have jumped 8.
Oh,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what is here?
3.
Shut up, Farva. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that max range for everything?
No, I don't want to do.
I actually cannot read the numbers on the sheet. Those are 6s, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Let's move range. Oh, you move back.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out.
That means my move was highly annoying.
It's true.
I feel like throughout this match, Cosmo's going to probably keep trying to throw in direct messages like, I have a yarn ball if you'd like to come out and play.
Literally just got told he's the most wholesome gladiator and immediately tries to be a real shit about it.
Wait, he actually thinks he's getting along with at least one of them, not both of them.
We'll see. We'll see. Damn it. I don't really know how to do this. You're incredibly fast. Mech is a real pain in the ass. Okay. Okay, I'm 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. At least get me in range of my best weapons. So that'll have been 9 movement.
All right then. Can I actually? I mean, I guess I could hit with the flamer. Not very good odds, but we'll try it. All right. I'm a base 3. I jumped for 6. You ran for another 3, so that's at 9. And we're at short range, so I need. How many medium lasers do I have? I need 5 9s and 1 11. Sound right?
Okay.
All right. Medium laser number 1 is a hit on location. 6. So do you want me to just read the numbers and you look at the chart?
Okay. Location 6 is front side for 5.
Yep, 5 damage.
Okay, gotcha. Good to go.
Medium laser number 2 misses by 1. Medium laser number 3 hits. Location 6 again, 5 damage. I'm wasting all these high cluster rolls. I'm not cluster, crit rolls.
Sorry, what was the location?
Same spot.
Okay.
Medium laser number 4 is a miss. And medium laser number 5, also a miss.
Okay.
Flamer needs an 11. Ooh, almost. No. Oh my God. All these freaking rolls, man. Okay. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. They're gonna alpha strike medium pulse. What are we, 3 hexes away? We have to be if your flamer's in.
With 3, yeah. That's 18.
Do you have jumping jack?
I do not.
Okay, that's why your 2 hit is so high. Okay. Makes sense.
You're so used to facing people that have all the SPAs, not Cosmo. The one SPA I had is useless against.
He wins.
He's
the meme, right?
He's got a useless SPA for a tank.
I just got to beat you and Kyle in the same week to break both unwinnable streaks.
I do think it's funny how everyone keeps forgetting Kyle's also undefeated. And I keep trying to bring it up now.
He doesn't stun about it is the thing.
I do think someone else is undefeated in this table. Alrighty. Hit me.
Well, I have to stop trying to hit you and actually hit you. Wow, it's so high. And I don't think I can actually hit with my left side laser. I think it can only fire in an arc facing this direction.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it faces this way, and it can only shoot into the hexes.
That would make sense. Yes. This line to I guess like this or something.
So I'm just doing 1 medium and 1 medium pulse. I'm gonna keep the turret directly forward. I don't need to swing it around for this. I hate to get locked in a weird position. Okay.
You
These rolls suck.
Oh.
Medium misses. Medium pulse also misses. Oh, that would have been a standard.
I was gonna say. I was waiting to hear what you were gonna say. Also,
no, because even if I re-rolled it and made it successful, the crit roll isn't good enough.
Mm.
That crit roll was good enough. I'd do it in an instant. Okay. You get spicy with heat off of that?
I do, but it is intentional.
Because you keep forgetting to. How are you doing your heat? I was like, how are you at 26 heat? What are you?
Well, 26 minus
Ghost Bear?
6. There. Oh, because I hadn't subtracted yet.
Okay.
But now, yeah, I'm at 6.
Okay.
Which is enough to get a penalty, but not enough to be helpful. So that was poor calculations on my part.
Hey man, poor calculations on my part is the name of my album.
Actually, you know what? Now is the time when I should determine which ones to turn off.
Yeah, because it's the end phase.
Yeah. I don't want to jump again. I just want to Alpha Strike again. So assuming I build 18, I'm at 6. So 18 and 6 will give me 24, and I want to get to 10. So I need only 7 on, I think. So I'm turning 3 off. My goal is to get to 10 heat by Alpha Striking. So, oh wait, no, I didn't include the run. Hold on. This is why no one does this. I'm at 6. I'll be at 8 for running, and I'll Alpha Strike for another 18. So 8 and 18 would give me 26, and I want to sink down to 10. So I need to lose 16, which means I have to turn. I want to keep 8 on. Yeah, so I'll turn 2 heat sinks off. I'm hoping I did that right, but I think you know where I want to be. If my math sucks, then my math sucks.
I'm not following your math. I'm going to assume it's right, and I'll wait for the comment section and be like, Arthur, you did it totally wrong. I'll be like, wasn't me, guys.
AP, you picked a player who can't do basic math.
There's two players here that are responsible for each of their own mechs. Did I roll that 5? No, that was that initiative already?
Oh, 5.
I rolled initiative yet.
I have not rolled my initiative.
All right, let's roll. I honestly can't remember. 11.
Damn, 10.
Ooh, wow, this is a rough round for you then.
Yeah, now I wish I had jumped. All right, so where am I gonna run? And I have a movement penalty, right?
You could just not move. That's a choice.
Movement penalty, so it goes 7, 11. So I can run for.
You remember to account your movement penalty in your heat arc, right?
Yes, that's why I had to do it a second time.
Yeah, no, but I mean, your calculations, you also need to include how much heat you build depending on whether you're jumping or running. Okay, all right.
Yes, I assumed to run, which
right.
I am now regretting, and I wish I assumed to jump.
Good. Your suffering grants me strength.
Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What do I want to go here? 10, 11. I would still be able to torso twist. I'll do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I guess I only need to go 7 spaces, but 8's good too. Plus 3. That's right. I took your larger movement dice modifier. I felt like whoa. Felt like there's some compensation there going when you got a nice big die for running next to my tiny little die for jumping. So not this round, but next round I should have TSM.
Okay.
Your move. You could just ram right into him.
Or was that 1, 2? That gets me in my check shred, but placing you in the forward arc is always a good plan.
You get 3 weapons.
And you can't kick me here?
No kicks.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do it, even though it makes shooting 1 difficulty harder. Yeah, both of you are speed demoning around. You know, dust is flying everywhere in this underground heavy metal arena of the Iron Mountain, Ishiyama. And despite you usually having the speed control of a match, they teleport not behind you, but are following
Pretty
you.
close.
You know what? I love the idea that this tank is so fast, even though it's tracked because of the fusion engine. It like wall rides for a while. You know what I mean? Like if you're running and you look behind you, and it's just like.
Yeah. I feel like with all the dust, Cosmo would be like, this is why they created what's it called? Not thermal vision, the other one. Mag vision, and he'll turn it on. They'd be like, "Oh shit, we're in a giant cave," and then turn it right back off.
Hey man, this is where Justin Allard won his very famous match by walking backwards.
Yeah. That was pretty great. I loved reading that one.
All right, you're shooting first.
I am a base 3. Your evasion gives me a 6, plus I ran for an 8, and everything's at short range. So I need 5 8s and 1 10. Roll number 1. Hits. 6 again. I think that's your front again. So 5 damage to your front.
Okay.
Medium laser number 2. Misses. Medium laser number 3. Hits. Location 10 on a tank. 5 damage. Look at this roll. 11, 10, 10, 10. It's pretty good. Number 4 misses, and number 5 misses. And I need a 10 for the flamer. Misses.
Unfortunate.
Now I add 18 heat. 26. Precisely where I wanted to be. I'll subtract. Yeah. Would you mind not following me around and staying in my rear arc? It's kind of hard to shoot you. Have they still cut the comms since she turned them off?
I mean, if you want to reopen one, he's totally up for it. Caesar's game. Okay. See here. You know, I'm just using a die from your dice bag thing, so if my die's bigger than yours, that's your problem, man.
No. I noticed the red. Actually, no, I don't know how it happened then, because they're the same.
Ooh, one of those lasers flickers out, and you just like you see this thing approaching from like it's a dust cloud that falls at like a wave, and you see one of the lasers on the left side like.
It's probably the one that was like hitting the wall as I wall riding. Yeah.
Oh god, that misses. Very painful. All right, pulse laser from the turret is a hit. This is left side, so it's right torso for 6.
6. That's a decent amount of damage.
I mean, not compared to what you're putting out against these guys.
As long as I keep hitting the front.
I really need to start getting some numbers out. Yeah. That's right.
What's that phrase? Accuracy through volume of fire?
Yes. Like Ratosaurus talking in my ear.
All right. I had 8 heat sinks on, so that sinks 16. 2, 3, which puts me right at 10 for TSM to be activated.
But you also get a -2 to your movement instead of a -1.
Yep. So it'd be that guy. Yeah.
You are now at 812 still.
Yes, but I kick harder.
That's true. You do kick harder, and that's scary. It's a good thing that I rolled a 10 then.
8, 12. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how many heat sinks I need again. I want to stay right at 10, and I build 18. So I will turn 1 off. So I'll assume I keep alpha striking to build 18. So I'll turn 1 off. Come on, better than a 10. Wow, spin action on that guy was insane. I go first, huh? All right. Oh, I don't want you. All right then. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 6, 7, 8. Another +3. Very nice. Oh, come on. What's one step closer?
One step closer to the edge? I'm about to break. Yeah, they chase you once again. You're zooming and they just casually powering up that fusion engine, stopping just outside kicking range. All their guns facing you.
I initiate go-go gadget leg for an extra space of kick range.
Your leg would need to be 60 meters long, so no.
I take off my leg and I throw it at them.
All right, you fall over and die.
All right.
They roll over your neck several times.
That's funny. It'd be even better if they were a hover and they're rolling over me by hovering repeatedly.
You're shooting first.
On the base 3, 5 for my movement, 6, 7 for theirs. So I need 7s for everything but the flamer, which needs a 9. So 5 7s. These are actually more achievable. Law of averages, please. Nope. 1 miss. Nope. 2 misses. I totally jinxed myself. There we go. Hey, location 2 with a crit.
That's really bad. You hit? You did hit, didn't you?
Yeah, 7 is what I needed.
Okay. Location 2 with a crit is the front side. Critical.
And I it doesn't matter, but I have the TRO thing, so it's still 1 crit.
Okay. So it's 5 damage. Come over here and roll 2d6.
Come on, compelling confederation. 1, 4.
So that's a 5 total.
Oh.
No critical.
Yes. What? Yeah. The hell kind of bullshit is that?
There's nothing in there. It's a tank. It's all armor.
Screw you, tank.
Correct. I hope that hurts deeply. I hope it impacts you. I hope you'll become enraged by tanks for the rest of your life.
I am quite upset about this, actually.
Okay, well, keep shooting.
That's baloney. That was my 3rd one. Number 4 needs a 7. God, these ones misses, and number 5 needs a 7. Hits. Location 7.
Outside.
No crits. 5 damage.
Strips off the last bit of armor.
Oh, come on, Flamer. Needs a 9. Come on, Flamer. No, that misses.
Go home, Flamer. We don't want you.
Wow, I am precise in hitting the front. Okay. I build ATP there.
Let that pass. Jesus, man. All right. Right torso 4-6.
Oh no! Any crits?
Nope.
5.
Oh, is that's inside?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna use lucky to reroll my crit dice. Fuck. All right. Well, even with human TRO, that still doesn't make a difference.
That is that's lucky because I forgot this was a XL fusion, so
Yeah.
This is actually really close to ending.
Cracked. Yeah.
This is pretty close to ending. You've only hit me in one spot, but you've hit it well.
Only
actually
hit you twice. You realize that, right?
Yeah,
You're over here just like pew, 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 pew. And I'm just like plink.
I mean, your guys decided to go with armor. My guy decided to go with a lot of weapons.
Yeah. I mean, Caesar opens comms again and says, pretty expensive meow sheen you've got over there, Meowster Cosmo. Meowby, you'd like to surrender?
Meow, you look here. I will not be surrendering, but I do have a lot of investors that like the machine, so I will do them justice by winning.
Okay. He just shrugs. All right, let's roll.
You let me know if you want to surrender with your front armor there, though. I'd hate to destroy such a fast machine. I do love speed.
10.
Man, your initiatives this game.
I know, it's good. It's a good time.
7.
Good, good.
How'd
your heat do? How'd your heat do?
I did the exact same thing, so I'm still at 10.
You didn't build any heat?
Well, I went up to 28 and then came back down to 10. So I kept 9 heat sinks on to perfectly offset the heat I build.
Okay.
Although if I keep losing initiative, I should start accounting for jumping. I'm not really facing a great position either. Oy vey. So I need 8 or 12. And I want you to end up on my left side. Okay. Where to go? Where to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I wish I could rotate one more. Oh, well. Wait, where was I here?
You were 2 spaces away from me.
Oh, it's here. Okay, that makes more sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Same thing, plus 3.
You think so?
What? Same
That's
thing?
where you want to be? Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
You would have to be over here to get my right side, or you could just get where my dice is, possibly. I think you being 1 space away hurt your odds a little bit, but I'm counting on me winning initiative at some point so I can kick you. Base 3, 6.
Nine, so
3, 3, 3. No. 3. 8.
no, I'm good with hanging out on your right hand side. That's the side
Alrighty.
I'm gonna be on. We're risking everything for this. Everything.
Is that not how every single Cosmo match has gone?
We're putting 1,000,000 C-bills of machinery on the line on the offhand chance they can take you out. Go ahead.
Then you'd be offsetting 4 million C-bills. So I'd say that's a good bargain.
Well, neither of you get the money for destroying the other, so conceivably
What? Isn't that how this whole game works?
No.
You keep what you kill?
No.
I need 8s across the board. That's an 8. 5 damage to location 10.
Hopefully that's not front. It's the turret. Good.
Need another 8, please. That's another 8. On location 10 again. Turret again.
1. Sure, turret armor just flowing like water.
That's a miss for number 3.
Good, good.
Number 4. I saw that one in midair. There's no way that thing was turning over. You piece of shit. That's a miss for number 4. And that's a miss for number 5, which means Flamer. Flamer hits. Location 5. 2 damage.
Right side, but it also does a motive damage hit.
Sides do motor damage? Oh, why have I not been going after that the whole time?
Not every side, but this one does. Roll 2d6 and tell me the number. Forward on a track.
3, 1, or 4 total.
No effect, so you don't damage it.
These faux crits are baloney.
Your flames roll over the right side of the vehicle. You can see that the tracks underneath are completely ineffective. It's basically just like napalm getting squashed.
Shit, I didn't include my heat damage. That wouldn't have hit. That flamer wouldn't have hit.
All right. Works for me.
Damn.
All right.
I don't remember turrets having so much armor in any tank. It's got the most armor there of anywhere.
I know, it's great.
Right. Anywhere but right torso would be great.
Okay. Just asking for really just statistical average at this point. There we go. Good. This is what is this, your right side?
Or yeah, right side.
Okay, so your right arm for 5.
Got it. 1 armor left.
That's a miss.
Nice.
That is a hit. On your left leg for 6.
Thank God. 2 armor left there.
Okay.
Do tanks ever have to make pilot scrolls for 20 plus damage? I don't think it's happening
No,
yet.
that's
I'm just curious.
a mech thing for mech standing up.
That's probably offset by that whole wheel damage
That's
thing.
why it says damage to mech for that particular thing up here. It's because you have legs.
All wobbly. All right, so I would build another 18
I'm not saying
heat.
that like hover vehicles or something don't, but I know that the specific 20 plus is for mechs.
So I would build 18 heat, and then I would dissipate 18 heat, so I'm still at 10.
Okay. Just outside the perfect heat curve.
Yeah, if only there was a way to get an odd number of heat with my mech.
Okay.
I think I screwed it up because at the beginning I was supposed to turn all my heat off and walk once to get that 1 point.
9.
Man, your initiative's killer. 8.
Good, good.
All right, now
Definitely need to keep you from kicking me.
Wrong way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 places.
Yep, that is 10, 11, 12.
Come on, law of averages. Go through that front.
Front side, huh? Like that very much. So now you're shooting at my right side, and I am turret twisting the face towards you.
You know this is the turn where the turret gets locked.
Yes, I know. That's a risk I have to take, because if you hit me in the front, I'm toast with anything but the flamer. Where's the torso twist marker? Unanimous. Unanimous!
It's a good question. Apparently I missed that one. It's like a bunch of 6 I put with it, so that one's missing too.
I heard that there's going to be a new update to Battletech accessories to include the torso twist marker. We already know I'm torso twist.
Just use lucky.
I am turret twisting so that my right side laser and turret laser will both fire at you. That is a 5, so I'm probably gonna get the shit kicked out of me.
So I'm 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But it's medium range. So it's actually 9s plus heat. No, that tends to hit. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for medium range, 10s with heat. Yeah. All right. 10s. And the flamer can't even hit because you're far away. So 5 10s. Miss for number 1. Oh, snake eyes for number 2. Hey, 5 damage to location 6.
It's the right side with no motive damage.
Bugger.
Perfect.
What was that? 1, 2, was that 3 or 4? I don't remember. We'll assume it's 4. So this is number 5. Misses. Oh no, I didn't use my flamer. Shoot, that means I'm gonna go down below my heat curve. Son of a bitch.
Good. TSM deactivates. Your mech suddenly.
And this will be the round. This will be the round I win initiative.
Yeah. So I mean, it's not as big of a deal, right, in terms of movement, because you lose the -1 and you gain a -1, or you gain a +1 back. So you just can't kick this tank for incredible and unreal amounts of damage. All right.
I gained 3 points back, so I'll eventually be at 7. Which actually gets me my shooting modifier back.
I'm hitting you on what, your front side? Yeah. Right arm takes 5 damage.
That's internal.
That's blown off then. A pow. Right to the
actually, that was just enough to destroy the whole thing anyways.
Funny. I dealt 1 more damage to hit the center torso with a triple critical.
So you're saying I can pick up my arm with my other arm and start beating you with it?
No.
Because it blew off. It didn't actually get destroyed.
Super duper gone.
It's now a club.
No, that's a miss. That is a hit with the pulse laser in the right torso.
Wait, I thought you said only two lasers could shoot me. No? Is that not true?
Oh. You're right. Uh-oh. So the last one would have hit. I just don't remember what its location and critical die were. Because it was an 8 to hit. Damn it. Fuck. All right. Let me say something crazy. What if we try reversing time?
I don't know if that works. You can try.
Let's save the map just so that there aren't any issues, and then try to find out. All right. Bring me back to a time of 8. Yes, there it is. Aha!
Do you remember what it was to begin? Okay, I was gonna say I don't know what the.
It was an 8. So it was an 8. So it would hit with the pulse laser. Is the thing. Okay. And 10 is left arm.
6 damage.
For 6 damage. Yeah, how's that doing?
That strips all the armor off the left arm.
No internal damage then?
Nope.
Oh, shit, man.
I've got a few zeros going across my upper torso here.
See, I can't really blame you, even though your mech is basically falling apart, because I have no frontal armor and I'm still sticking in here. But yeah, this is brutal. This is. I
mean, I think all of Cosmo's last matches have been like this.
Yeah, so they roll up, they keep their speed good. You see that the barrel of the turret starts spraying and they blow off one arm and they basically strip the other arm of all armor. The crowd is just like, yeah, as you fire back, and your shots just, they miss. They don't do good stuff.
Right.
This is
I'm
that
going
moment.
to
Oh, go ahead. Please
do my 9 heatsink thing again, because by missing the flamer, it took 3 heat off, which gave me that odd number I needed. So now I can get up to 9 next round.
Perfect. All right, I rolled a 3 for initiative.
Oh, please, for the love of God, let me win, please. Yeah, fuck you, 1.
I'm gonna use a point of lucky to reroll. 8.
Oh, fucking C3. I need you so
The
bad.
second one, get racked.
All right.
Don't worry, I still have my edge.
I have no edge, no.
Very unfortunate.
No glory. You know, I think because I don't have TSM, I have 1 penalty movement, and I think you'll get right up close because I don't have TSM. So I'm at 7-11.
Yes. Happens to also be my movement.
If I get to 10, that's a +4. So how do I get to 10 hexes? Let's see.
You have to run and only turn once.
What's are you cockeyed? Oh, come on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can't do that. So I only went 9 hexes then, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That can't be right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turned for 9, 10, 11. Turned for 12. Yeah, so that's not right. I'm here. It's a 9, so it's 3. And if you go on my right side, I'm kicking you. So you're gonna go here. Although at this point, I don't know if my left side's any better than my right side.
I need to present a side to you so I don't get absolutely fucking wasted. But I would love to get on your right side.
My 2 hits have been sky high all game, so I'm not too worried about that. And I can't even, not that I could have used it anyways, but you took an arm off, so now I can't do my only SPA.
1, 6.
Really? This is gonna be a brutal round because that's finally a load to hit.
Side, right?
Yes. Well, no. This would be. Why can't I do the line?
You're right. If I go here, but then I can't. There's a possibility you'd be like, all right, well, you can't shoot me.
I get to choose. Yeah.
I mean, if so, it's a wash round for me, and for you, you absolutely drop out of TSM.
I'm already out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no chance of you re-entering if you don't fire a whole bunch of shit this round.
Well, I can fire everything on you here.
Right. Well, I mean, if you say I can't shoot you, you know I'm gonna do the same thing.
Oh, you're saying like this is? I see.
Yeah, because this is a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could conceivably, you could say I can't shoot you. So,
okay.
I don't know.
Well, it's defender's choice, meaning front or right, not if it's a wall or not. That'd be a second conversation. So I would say you're shooting me in the front, and then we have to figure out if this is
right. No, but yeah, that's the wall. That's also defender's choice. Was my understanding.
Well, then if you want to do that, then I will say it is a wall and hope that I finally win initiative. Now that you wasted lucky on a round where we can't see each other. Oh, my dice is glitching around. There we go. I just got the dreaded text parents get when their kid didn't take a nap. Your kid didn't sleep today.
Oh, you're a son of a bitch, Dunamis.
It's all about positioning. You can't do this in assault class or heavy. Maybe in medium.
That's a lot of movement to not get much. All right.
I would say you're shooting me on the front side as opposed to left.
I would say you're shooting me on my right side.
Okay, fair.
Go ahead.
Wow, just a 1? Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm left with a bunch of bad choices, unfortunately.
Base 3, 4, 5 for running, 6 for your thingamajigger. So 6 times 5, and then Flamer is an 8. And I no longer have a heat penalty because I dropped out. So 5 6s. Come on, do some damage. Yeah, baby. Location 8.
Okay, location
5
8.
damage.
On a side is a side with a critical.
I rolled a 10 for critical, so that's 2 criticals.
Okay, roll 2 2d6s.
Yes, this is the luck we needed. 2 5. No, 2 3. 5 total.
No. Oh wait, it's a side. Yep, no critical hit.
Oh my god! And then 5 2.
That's a 7. Is weapon malfunction. I don't know what that means, but I'm opening the book.
Malfunction, not destroyed, but malfunction. Huh.
Here we go. Weapon malfunction causes a weapon mounted in the location struck to malfunction. Weapon cannot fire that until it's fixed. The vehicle crew must spend a weapon attack phase clearing the malfunction. Okay, so
you have to spend an entire weapon attack phase for one weapon.
Yes.
Jesus.
So
that sucks.
After this round, the right side laser is deactivated.
Okay.
Temporarily.
Okay. That was my first. That was the second crit for the first laser. So laser number 2 needs a 6. Also hits. Same location. Okay. 8.
That is also a crit.
I have 1 crit there. It's a 9. 1 1.
No critical hit.
Man. Okay. Laser number 2. Nope, 3. Laser number 3 hits location 9. Also a crit.
Which is the rear side. Which is not a critical.
It's just 5 damage. Laser number.
You need to roll.
Sorry.
Go ahead. Finish that.
Laser number 4 is a miss.
Okay, roll 2d6 for motive system damage. This is from the side, so it gets a +2.
A 9.
Moderate damage. Oh, it gets a +2. So it's an 11. Heavy damage, half cruising MP, +3 modifier to all driving skill rolls. That's really bad.
Driver skill rolls. When do those happen?
For something like skid or that's 6. It's all right. So now I'm a fast assault mech at speed. You hit the back and the engine just.
All right, that was.
Well, actually, it's more like you cut some of the tracks up, and they begin flopping.
That was. What was that? That was number 4. Was a miss after this. So medium laser number 5. Misses, you son of a gun.
Good.
And the flamer needs an 8. Misses. I'm quite nervous. No matter where you hit, bad shit's happening.
Right arm for 5.
I think that's game.
Sorry, am I hitting you on your front side? Right, that's what you said. I'm hitting.
I did say front side.
And
so
it's
you just took out my right torso with the XL.
Oh, you're donezo.
Great. I'm the guy who lost to a tank.
Yeah. Hey, listen, it had to happen eventually with all these tanks I've been throwing at you guys. That also hits, and it's also right arm. For 6.
So I didn't. Okay, I didn't do the 1, 2, 3.
I just want to know if it goes internal again.
4, 5. It would. Yeah.
All right.
The next one's 6.
It's another
1, 2,
double critical on there. So yeah,
3,
your whole
4,
mech, your
5,
engines
6.
are just spilling out of the mech.
So is this mech destroyed then with the double XL?
Totally destroyed.
Ooh, Spirit Custom Tank. I'd be happy with that.
Big loss for you. This guy was out here, Sun Tzu Liao, guarantee victory ass shit.
What else could possibly go wrong this session? I lost my bodyguards, lost the match. Who didn't talk to the one chick who apparently is talking to PK?
So,
PK, not good. Yeah.
You know, they seashell around you. They, as your mech goes down, they are clearly reduced in speed, but throw themselves into a sideways drift that brings them closer and closer to the mech. And Aquila gets out the top of the mech and begins running. Gets out the top of the tank and begins running towards you, like shouting, "Are you okay? Are you okay?"
That Caesar was the dude.
Caesar is a dude. Aquila is the commander of the tank, his wife.
Well,
For one thing, she hasn't meowed at you yet.
Oh, that's true.
For the second thing, she doesn't have cat ears.
That's important. I guess would the loudspeaker even work anymore? Does the mech function at all?
You can open the cockpit to talk.
Yeah, I'm probably angry and sitting there stewing, and so not coming out right away. But I'd want to just signal, yeah, everything's fine.
All right.
Do like the old okay from the cockpit.
Yeah, she and her husband don't have anything to say in victory. Like, people are asking her, both of them, for like questions. And the only thing is, like, Caesar stops and everyone gets quiet, and he like pulls the microphone up and goes, "Meow," and we hear it echo like meow, meow, meow.
Gonna invest in meow mix. Yeah, Cosmo's probably pretty heated. He knew this day was coming. After all, he was just a mech tech from Compelling Confederation, but it still doesn't make it any better when he loses. So he probably rips a couple of shots in the cockpit of the primary vodka that Zuri gave him before coming down.
Oh, that shit's toasty now, you know?
Oh, yeah. I've been running at 10 heat the whole match. Yeah.
It's got to be at least 110 Fahrenheit right now.
Yeah.
That's the temperature you definitely want to drink alcohol at.
The play of the match is definitely your lucky winning that initiative. That was key.
Still had one lucky left and an edge, too.
You had 3 lucky? Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's the SPA and human TRO, what they invested in.
I don't know what was more valuable, Lucky 3 or Fire Fist. That's funny. All right, I guess Cosmo will. It's funny, just given current times, what's going on with in sports right now. But he will go to his obligated post interview, but he's not happy about it.
You can skip it if you want to.
Oh, he'd skip it for sure.
Okay. All right. You're the first one too, but you gain 1 experience and you also gain 1 stress.
So I gain 2 experience, right? Because you get it no matter what for guaranteeing.
Yes, yeah. Okay. So you gain 2 experience and a stress.
2 experience.
When you're guaranteed, you also gain a stress, so you should be up 2 stress more than whatever you started with.
I started at 2. I'm now at 4, but the penthouse will negate one of those.
Yes.
Oh, both of them?
Yeah. Okay, penthouse negates 2. Yep.
Oh, actually, I'm hot dog, so I didn't get that other one anyways. Yeah. Got it.
What about hot dog?
It negates the guaranteed
you never
victory
gain stress for guaranteeing victory.
Yeah.
So you only gained 1 and your penthouse will alleviate it anyway.
So I'm at
you have literally
22
no
total
reason not to
experience
guarantee all the time now.
That's what I do.
You're immune to the effects of your own braggadocio.
Basically. Still no glory. His heart's got to write in lost to tankers.
Oh boy.
Which is basically like clankers for and it's a class fight. Oh, even worse. Man. Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and delete the scalpel dart here right off of the roster.
Ooh, catch that. Lost scalpel destroyed.
Good news is you have no rehab medically.
Yeah, somehow I didn't take any pilot damage.
That is surprising to me as well.
I mean, at no point did you do enough damage to force a roll.
You
or
might have
anything,
had
so.
to have made a don't fall down roll when the mech was disabled.
The engines? The gyro still worked, right?
I'll buy that. I'll buy it.
Unless you destroyed the gyros on your last two criticals.
Well, what are the odds of that? Let's find out. Grimdark James already knows the answer to that, but let's find out if it actually hits your gyros.
If you hit just one of them, I have to make a roll.
6-5 is not a gyro, so you're good.
Medium laser.
Yep. Yeah, you're good.
Didn't you have 2 crits? Or no, just one?
I did, but only have both gyros. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, if you take a gyro hit at all, you have to.
5-1. Gyro.
5-1. Okay, make that roll.
Da-da-da. 7. I'm a base of 3 plus.
Gyro hit is +3. You're good.
Gyro 6.
You managed to barely hold it together. Oh, Mech Fusion Reactor shuts down as a +3 roll as well. Yep. See, I knew there was a reason I made people.
Is shuts down the same as blows up?
I'll buy it. Yeah, you fall.
Well, actually, there's a footnote. There's footnote 1. What is that? Only during the phase the reactor shuts down. Okay. If the mech falls, he automatically takes 1 point of damage.
Oh,
wow, that would
boy.
suck.
Great. I mean, that's what's happening here, right? You do take that 1 point of damage.
But I didn't fall, did I?
You did fall. Because it's a +3 for the gyro hit and then a +3 again for the Mech Fusion Reactor shutting down.
Well, I thought we just said shut down isn't the same as destroyed.
No, I think it is. I think it is.
I interpret shut down meaning like you overheat. That's my
I'll
interpretation.
play it your way this time, but for certain the Battletech Rules Senpai are going to correct me on this, so we'll do it your way.
I mean, if you want me to take a pilot damage, I can do that, and then I can roll for consciousness and fail that, and then it'll be a really different match.
No, you're good for now.
I stayed conscious anyways.
So yeah, you bail on your interview, and probably someone out there is like, "Who does he think he is?" That Marshawn Lynch, is that the guy that was like, "I'm only here to do my contractually obligated."
Well, so I don't think
for the tennis, yes,
yeah. But I also think it's very timely given all the shit that was said to him beforehand. Oh, you're so wholesome, people like you. Da 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 da. And now he's just skipping out on an interview.
You're so good at usurping expectations. Like,
yes,
you'll win.
Normally.
Wow, this is devastating to you. And watch Kyle lose this week as well.
Well, he survived the longest because technically this match was supposed to be last week for me. So
that's true.
I'm down to
King Kyle.
Down to just the Semyorka again.
You have a quick draw as well.
Yeah, technically. I can't use that in a class fight.
Technically, it's literally.
I can't use it in a class fight. So
yeah, well, not unless you switch classes and start at the bottom, but sure.
Which would have happened if Kyle killed Seth. Not doing it for Seth, but more for the stable.
What if Seth killed Kyle?
Oh, that's okay. No, I'm just kidding.
What do you do after your match?
I wanted to go talk to Pavlusha. To try. Yeah, I'll still talk to him.
PK's spirits have been crushed by your loss.
Wow, he's deeply affected by that. Interesting.
He signs you that it must have been his unlucky jump that
oh, come on now, Pavlusha. Wait, accent. Oh, come now, Pavlusha. You know that's not true.
He assigns you that as he's been working as a mech tech, there are a lot of superstitions about using somebody else's mech, and also, like screwing around in a mech, and everybody warned him not to do it, and then he did it. And your record was broken just barely because of him. It must have been his bad spirits.
Listen, stop talking to Ro. His superstitions are bullshit.
He's just like, Ro doesn't believe in spirits. He's a scientist.
Ro doesn't believe in a lot of shit. That man, while very intelligent, is creepy. I don't want you talking to him.
Ooh, are you laying down the law then? No,
I would prefer you not to talk to me.
Oh, perfect. Good.
What
Are you
else can
watching
I
this, Ludeman,
twist?
as he denies the young man access to a well-known Jade Falcon trainer?
That I helped recruit.
Okay, cannot speak with Ro. Okay.
As Pavlusha, help me take my mind off things here. What is it you think of the Jenna? How have you been faring piloting it?
He just kind of nods, and it's too fast to follow. Even like his device can't keep up with how fast he's signing, and he slows it down for you and talks about how he's impressed with the speed and how much he likes being able to get in, have a good solid volley, and then like disappear using the jump jets and come back again fresh.
Ah, this is nice. That is what you were supposed to do. It is a striker mech. Very well done. You know, I was thinking, although losing Scalpel may interfere with these plans, I keep hearing of Saya while she is constantly complaining non-stop. She wants faster mechs, and perhaps you could extend what's this term, an olive branch to her, to train with her in light mechs, perhaps to give her a feel for what speed is actually like. She is stuck in the heavy clunkers right now. Just up to you. You decide if you want to reach out to her, but if you want, you can use the Jenner for that type of training with your interns, perhaps build some camaraderie with her.
He looks kind of embarrassed when he signs you and says, I think Saya is better than me, but if you're telling me to make a run at her, I will. I think that we are going to end up in the same weight class anyway, so I should get used to getting my ass kicked.
Hold on. There's a lot to unpack there. First off, do not assume anyone is better than you. Every match can change drastically. As you just saw, I underestimated a tank, and look what happened to me. I know I am better than those two, especially the cat clown, but that is what I get to put me in my place. Now, Saya may be good. She's had different training and different upbringing than you, but frankly, you have gone through more turmoil in your upbringing than all the other interns combined, and that will make you stronger in the end. Do not underestimate experience, no matter what form it comes in.
All right. He questioningly signs you. My trauma will make me strong? ?
Yes, you will see. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but someday. Anyways, let me change the subject quickly. You seem to be enjoying the Jenner. However, there are multiple weight classes out there, as you know. I was thinking perhaps this week for our training and training you up, you could take the quick draw for a spin just to see what a different class feels like. If you prefer the more armor and weapon loadout, the bulkier feel, or if you like speed.
He's already indicating that no, he wants to stick with the Jenner, especially if he has to go against Saya.
Well, so I didn't propose he should fight Saya. I was just thinking he should train with her, like maybe on the obstacle course that we haven't finished building. I don't want him fighting her.
Okay, that wasn't clear to him. Okay, so sorry. Yeah, he just says it would be better for me to get used to light mechs. Then we'll train together.
Okay, and you mentioned staying in the classes. I thought you had told me you weren't interested in being a gladiator and you wanted to do mercenary work. Are you still strongly feel strongly?
Yeah, he's just like, you just told me that I should fight Saya, but I think I must have misunderstood.
No, my apologies. I'm a little discombobulated after I lost. As you can tell, I'm rattled. I was just thinking it may be nice. He's trying to like figure out how to say like socialize with one of your peers. It would be nice if you and another intern were to train together. That is all. It doesn't mean you have to fight each other. It just means you learn from each other. You learn tips and tricks, and you get better than your other intern competitors.
Okay, he gives you a nod.
The last thing I will say on this matter. I'm sure you have seen the intern votes. They've been compiled. You did not fare too well. Do not worry about that. It's not important. The mercenary popularity may not matter to you, especially if you plan on being, I'm sorry, mercenary. The gladiator popularity, I wrote mercenary in my notes. The gladiator popularity may not matter to you, as you said you're not even interested in being a gladiator. You have had a more difficult climb, as we've mentioned, but also you don't necessarily want that spotlight and the attention on you. Look at Hillbilly. He has won stable champion twice now, and he has a lot of additional pressure on his shoulders. I don't want that. I don't think you would want that for yourself. There's nothing wrong.
To interrupt and say, a mercenary has to sell their services. There is a art to it.
What does that have to do with the popularity contest?
I'm not sure, but I assure you that when it comes time to develop my mercenary persona, it will not be screeching. And then he makes a sign that looks like a falcon descending.
This is wise. I would not want that sign either.
Literally throwing handshade at Saya.
I like it. I didn't even instill this anger in him. I like it.
It's not anger. It's just, like she is not
normal.
Do you think about it from his perspective, right? If you want to be a mercenary, do you really want someone that's just like, shut up, I'm the best all the time, right?
Exactly.
That doesn't instill confidence in your clients. It might work very well in the gladiatorial arena, but
and I think that's the last thing Cosmo would want to do.
Sure.
After that conversation. But I guess to be clear,
several moments later, someone knocks on the door.
Yes, who is it?
Mr. Nicholas Sokolov.
Yes.
I'm here at the request of the Mandressa. You're expected for dinner.
Oh, shit. What was her name? Mandressa?
Mandressa. It's a title. The female version of Mandarin.
Oh.
It's the Capellan title for a planetary governor.
Oh, shit. She is important. Well, and I lost. She's not going to want to see me, but all right. Yes.
Kind of sounds like she does, given the fact that she sent someone to come get you.
She sent someone, yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to assume at some point Cosmo relayed that he had to get something nicer, and he's going to put on what he considers to be a nicer outfit. Yeah, it's not going to be ridiculously fancy, but it's going to be far nicer than he's usually wearing. It's like maybe a normal suit tie, almost like tuxedo type look, like too fake almost.
The body man who comes to pick you up just gives you a glance as if, yeah, you're not good enough, but it'll have to do. And drives you to the dinner, which I think we'll describe at the beginning of your next match.
Okay.
The next episode, I should say.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You definitely end up on a top floor, very nice restaurant that has been cleared out, and she's the only one there eating.
Oh boy, I thought you were going to say you definitely end up on the front of People's Magazine going, who the fuck is this guy with her?
That's also going to happen. Don't worry about that. Oh, all right. Wow, we always manage to push time.
This is like a new record for just two people. But just to be clear, I was training Pavlusha.
Oh, of course. So, and you wanted him to cross-train in real piloting with the Jenner with Saya?
I mean, so I told Kyle in Gladiator Chat, if Saya wants to try out a mech that's faster, because she keeps complaining about it, she can perhaps use either the Jenner or I guess now the Semyorka, if that's something Kyle's interested in.
I love the idea of quiet Pavlusha teaching Saya Jade Falcon, the Screaming Rage Bomb, how to pilot a mech.
I mean, so Kyle and Cosmo would be involved. It's not like, hey, you two go on a separate training event together.
You don't trust the two of them to sort out any issues they might have? You don't trust Pavlusha to properly train Saya?
I don't trust Saya not to kill him.
That's very reasonable. Okay.
Who knows what Ro whispers to her?
Wow, you're really listen. Your Roe hatred is taking a weird turn. What is it about him? He's literally only been helpful to everyone who has ever talked to him.
He hasn't done anything like good or bad for Cosmo.
He's provided, okay, well that's true, but he hasn't done anything bad for you, and I'd say he's certainly done some good things for the stables overall. Maybe you just haven't realized them yet.
Maybe it's possible. I mean, the one thing I will say he has done to directly impact Cosmo is recommend the what is it? It's 24 wealth rebuilding human parts.
Yes, good.
Oh boy, I'm gonna have to figure something out for this.
You can
this
rebuild
dinner.
PK from the ground up.
Yeah, not all I want is the vocal cords.
Yeah. Well,
nope, you're gonna get the whole thing.
No. Yeah, look, we just need the machinery to rebuild the whole thing. We'll make the vocal cords as a side job.
Yeah, sure. Well, this episode couldn't have gone much worse for Cosmo, but that's okay.
Okay.
Somehow right, I still only have 2 stress, even though as bad as it went. That makes no sense to me. But yeah, did you get stress for losing? You do, right?
You do.
Oh, that's the one. That's when you said, but it negates
because you live a semi-charmed life, man. You live in a penthouse.
Yeah, this is true.
You're like, damn, I'm so stressed. Bring me 4 pizzas and a beer.
Get me Ghost Bear burgers, stat.
No, that's never happening again. No one can give you Ghost Bear burgers.
That's funny.
Oh.
I have a few things I need to figure out though. Like,
this is a dark turn for your character.
B, why did all my LIC staff die, or half the staff die?
That is a question you probably should have solved in this episode.
Well, listen, the player knows, but I'm wondering how do I play it off.
And you dodged Azalea yet again. Incredible. Everyone's trying to talk to you, and you never have time to meet with them. What's next? Busy. You're not going to fulfill your fiduciary responsibility to Fulcher Industries?
Oh, you posted something that's got me interested.
Yeah, so
recently.
he's funding the beach episode for the stable gladiator hall.
He spent all of his money.
Everyone who attends will get 1 stress reduced.
Oh, I thought you were going to say everyone who attends gets 1 stress.
No, reduced.
Period.
And as part of our dark bargain, I promised that Elizabeth would have a good time.
Wow, tough negotiation tactics on your side.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, cool.
All right.
Alrighty, sir. Well, thank you. This is fun.
All right, then that's it for this episode, number 33.